Oh, my knees are trash today. My knees are trash. I skipped out of working out tonight. I shouldn't have, but I did. Separating meat. We just got a grocery delivery, so I'm separating meat and storing it in the freezer. I'm also drying harvested herbs. My indoor basil. Basil does beautifully indoors when it's green, but I tend to grow opal basil. You can see in the middle it really wanted to be purple, but the light wasn't sufficient. So this is how they wound up growing. They're good in the bottom when where they don't get too much fake sun, which would explain why it's, appears to be suffering, but it's still very strong, very flavorful, very potent. I also don't like this white bleaching that the light gives it. But bitch, I got fresh basil for my culinary arts. I also harvested a big bunch of verbena today as well. There were a couple of bushels that were ready, so I can transfer the ones that are dried into the dispenser, and then I can put the ones I just harvested today in the paper bag to be cured until it's ready. Oh, these are calla seed heads. I need to see if those seeds have shown up, because there were little white seeds, but that's not what calla seeds look like. They're the tiniest black dot seeds. Okay, I need to focus. I'm super high. And use this bag for the basil. And it's growing, it's prolific enough where I can still be using fresh basil off the plant while collecting certain bunches to dry. I'm not one who loves the smell of fresh basil. Oh, my hair's so dry. We think something crawled up and died in the basement. So he's been creeping around there trying to figure out where it is, and then hopefully subsequently what it is. But until that happens, the priority is keeping that smell down. It smells bad. I use a big bag like so, and this one happens to have handles. But this was the last couple of bushes that that smell I love. I usually line the counter with parchment paper first, because see how the fire alarm be trying to bust me out. I'm just gonna strip these leaves and then I keep the stem to put in my in the citrus stew. Paper lunch bag. It's the American way. It can't be a hot dog without mustard. Get some green onion. It can be a hot dog without green onion, but it won't be a good one. Won't be a good one. Decided to put it underneath the dog so he can get a little bite of onion with every bite of the dog. And cheese on cheese. 1 in the morning. We should both be in the bed. It's bad news that I couldn't resist the urge to snack this late/early. But it's good news that I made a conscious choice to do it with yogurt. Everybody been lying to y'all. Yogurt is not delicious, but it's good enough to pacify your weakness for our sweets or snack. So I'm here for it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go hop in the shower, and then I'm gonna go hop on my surfboard. Because he's too tired. He might be asleep, in which case I kind of hope he is asleep. Not because I don't want to molest him tonight, because I do, but because he really needs to get his rest, and his sleep has been interfered with over the last good week and a half. No bueno at our age. Girl, I found me a hair dye, and it's by a major brand too. And it's funny how when something like that happens, because it actually makes me, ironically, it makes me madder at them, because I feel like they've been had the formula for a healthier version of what they've been selling to people as poison to kill themselves. And so now they suddenly come this new, healthier, less harmful option. Just happened to come up with this formula during the pandemic. It makes me feel like you've been had it on deck, but you chose to prefer to kill us. So, shout out to you releasing a new formula, and kudos to everybody that's gonna celebrate you for doing so. But, bitch, I feel like everybody that's jumping on the civil bandwagon just because it's trendy. That's how I feel. Yeah. Like Miss Jaguar is saying everything I've been feeling about all y'all, and about her too when she was in the thick of it. Because when you speaking the truth, it's hard to contend it. So you have to sabotage. You have to try and defame the character of the person. Y'all haven't learned nothing from supremacy. That's how they do. And that's where these people who are going to attack her next, that's where they learned it from. They learned it from their own colonizers. And so because she has the balls to call it out, all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but now. But I get it. You know, her legacy was threatened if she spoke out against the bullshit. Because the people who make the decision makers were orchestrating the bullshit. I'm glad she out them motherfuckers. I think she doing the most though. She doing the most. But she reached her boiling point. So, fuck them. I don't feel bad for them. And I do feel bad for her. She's been a victim. And she decided she's not going to be a victim no more. And fuck them. Who thinks she should be. Who thinks she should sign up to help them victimize her own damn self. As if that ain't the point. Like, that's her point. Protect black women. You know all that bullshit y'all like to say? Protect black women. Well, protect Jaguar right. Like you should have done when she was so impressionable. And when she was building up all this angst that is coming out today. That is being unleashed upon all deserving parties. Most deserving parties at the very least. Because there are a couple of people who, you know, I can't confirm or deny, but with so much truth, with so many of the other people, it would behoove me to believe that she ain't telling all that truth just to make up a couple of lies about one of the motherfuckers she talking about. So, yeah, I pretty much believe it all. I just don't care, because it's all obvious shit. It's all obvious shit. Who didn't know about Diddy? For any other reason than they chose not to. Jay-Z saying, "Oh, cause you love his wife so much, you could not bear to speak ill of him." And y'all thought 444 was for the culture.